So my name is Maggie Ray, for those of you who don't know me, and today we're doing the Science of Happiness Part 2. This is based on a lecture that I'll also share with you as a link if you're interested in knowing more about the theory behind the practice. So the practice today is focusing on what we call in yoga ananda, or endless joy. And in yoga philosophy and many of the Eastern philosophies, and philosophies from many spiritual traditions, there's something called joy that is not dependent on any outer circumstances, the physical body or our material world. It's something deep within us that we can access, and it can be a resource, especially when things around us are not going well. I'm going to let in someone else. Okay. So we're going to do a lot of heart openers, and we're also going to do work on grounding, because in the yoga philosophy, we want to move from something called stira, which is strength, mixed with sukham, which is relaxation. So that's the foundation, not too tight, not too relaxed. And then from that place of not too tight, not too sleepy, from that harmonious place, then we can start to access this blossoming into joy. So that's my intention today. Bending the knees, and just, if it's comfortable, nodding the head up and down, just starting to access some thoracic movement, upper back movement. And if it's comfortable, you can start inhaling, opening the arms to the side. Exhale, bringing the hands to the belly, squeezing the thighs together, feeling the feet. And keep this going in your own timing. Starting to access the breath with a ha sound as you exhale. And if you know about the constricting of the throat, Ujjayi pranayama, as you inhale, you can add that. If you're new to yoga, just focus on this exhale through the mouth, through the nose, making that ha sound if you can. You can start bringing the hands a little higher if you like. And just see for your neck and shoulders how that feels. To have the arms a little bit higher. Does that tighten your neck, or does that feel like a resource? If you like, adding a visualization of the radiant sun. Inhale, feel that radiance all around you. Visualize that. All directions all around you, holding after inhale. If you don't have heart disease, you can add that hold. Exhale, release. That ha breath I'm doing through the nose now. You can do it through the mouth if you like. And adding that hold after inhale. Feel the radiance of the sun all around you. So in yoga, physical practice, we use back arches to promote joy, to uplift the spirit, to create motivation, to access the emotional heart. We're going to do some warrior poses now. So you're going to bring your left foot forward and your right foot back. And if you have a yoga mat, you can use your mat for this. And you're going to inhale, you're going to come forward and bring your arms at the side. So where the thumbs are is going to depend on your shoulders. If you don't have a rotator cuff injury, you might want to bring your thumbs back and lift your chest and even lift your head and access the upper back. This is going into your lower back. Try to lunge forward a bit more, and you should be able to access your upper back a bit more. Feel the little toe side of your back foot rooting down, and then exhale. Give yourself a hug the other direction as you nod down. Your feet are one step apart from each other, as if you're standing on railroad tracks, about hip width apart. As you exhale, giving yourself a hug. Inhale, lunging forward and arching up. So this is one of my favorite exercises to counter working at a desk. Mobilizing the upper back. And we know from science, thoracic mobility helps relieve stress and helps us manage pain. So something about the movement of the upper back. It's very soothing for the nervous system. When you're ready, stepping back if you can, finding your samastiti, even standing pose. And then bringing your other foot forward. I usually start on the easy side of the body and then move to the harder. So you can always do that in terms of deciding which side to start on. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, come forward and lift the chest, rooting that back foot down. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Adding another layer if you like, adding that radiant sun as you inhale. Visualize the radiant sun coming out of your heart center, and even adding a hold after inhale to increase the inhale uplifting effect. Exhale, grounding, and stretching the back the other direction. You can adjust the height of the arms. So you can make it easier by bringing the arms lower. So it depends on what's going on in your neck and shoulders. And you could even make it a bit higher. Maybe bending the elbows. Doing this 6 to 8 times. And finishing up. Finding your samastiti, even standing pose. Feel your feet. Bend your knees, feel your feet. So it's one of the easiest ways to ground when you're feeling stressed, unsettled. Just bend your knees, feel your feet, or when you're going for a walk, if you can convince yourself to go for a walk in the rain, for example, today, as you walk, doing a bit of a walking meditation by feeling the bottoms of your feet. So in the somatic map of our body, our nervous system has a huge emphasis on the feet so that we don't fall. And we can use this as a resource to get into the body, out of the mind. All right, so we're going to do a forward bend now with a heart opener. So the left foot forward, the right foot back. So we're going to go into more traditional warrior one. So the palms can be facing forward. They can be any width you like, even that lower width we worked on earlier, or the arms up to the sky or palms together. So it's called Virabhadrasana. Virabhadra is a warrior. And you can modify by looking up to add a more uplifted effect. This is for courage, strength, and heart opening, promoting joy. Exhale. Finding your stability, what we call stiram. in yoga philosophy as you exhale. Inhale, coming up. You can bring the arms to the sides, bending the front knee, bringing the hands to your place. And exhale forward, drawing the belly in. If you want to make this tougher, you can bring the arms in front of you in line with your ears as you come up and bend that front knee. You can add a hold after inhale here. And exhale. Keep this going your own timing, your choice, how you do it. So I'm adding that hold after inhale. If you're feeling like you need to ground, you could hold after exhale in the forward bend a couple of seconds or half the length of your exhale. My hold after inhale is half the length of my inhale. And my last one here, I'm just going to stay to ground a bit more. And just rest the breath. Don't lengthen the breath, just rest it. Natural breath. When you bring the head lower than the heart, it helps relax the nervous system, puts you into relaxation response. And come out of this very slowly, bend the front knee, hands on the thigh, coming up. And just come back to the center to rest for a minute. And I didn't mention, but if coming forward is not a possibility for you because of heart disease, glaucoma, cataracts, any of those kinds of things, you can use a chair and not bring the head lower than the heart. Also for flexibility, sometimes that's a good option. We're going to do the other side. So I'm stepping forward. You can also step back. Find that railroad track width, hip width for your legs. Bending that front knee, knee over ankle, pointing towards the second toe, rooting down the little toe side of the back leg. Exhale here, feel your feet. Inhale. If you can, breathing into the chest, then into the belly. If yoga's new for you, just focus on belly breathing. Expanding the belly as you inhale and contracting the belly as you exhale. So as I come forward, I could have a chair here. I could keep the knee bent, or I might start to straighten that front leg. You can also have blocks that you put your hands on if you have yoga blocks or books. And inhale, coming up, again, arms side, or you can bring the hands up the leg and add the arms at the end. Arms are weights, so be careful for your lower back. If you want to make it tougher, you can bring your arms in front, which is strengthening for the lower back, if you're ready for that. And now I'm going to add the hold after inhale on top. You can alternatively add a hold after exhale on the bottom. Half the length of the breath. So this hold after inhale, we use for depression, for sadness, melancholy, or lack of motivation. I know that that has been one of my obstacles during COVID. Certain days, there's a certain lack of motivation. So I've been upping my cardio work and these kinds of practices, more back arch, more vigorous practices to help keep my energy up, because I don't have my colleagues to help stimulate me and get that energy going. And the students, of course, live. When you're ready, staying at the bottom and breathing here just in a relaxed way. This is for grounding. And coming up in a very relaxed way, stepping your arms, your hands up your leg. And stepping forward or back and finding your even standing pose, Samasthiti. Notice how you feel in your body, in your breath. And in your mind. So bringing the body, breath, mind into a state of harmony, which is called ananta in Sanskrit, from the second chapter of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, verse 47. So this is the foundation of the practice, creating this harmony, this balance in the nervous system, in the mind, body, breath. And then from that place, which hopefully you've come to a little bit right now, you can start going inside and feeling the stillness within your heart, your love, your joy, your peace, all the things that we celebrate at this time of year in many cultures. We're going to end the standing series with a forward fold, and then we're going to finish today on our back in a chest opener. I'm hoping some of you will have either a rolled yoga mat, a yoga bolster, or a big pillow to lie on soon. Inhale, bringing the arms up. So this is just to tie it together as a counter pose. Exhale, forward bend. Bending the knees as needed to bring your hands down. You can do this by bringing your hands to a countertop, the back of the couch, the seat of a couch, a chair, any elevated position. And we're just going to go up and down. This pose called Uttanasana. Ut means to move up. Tana is to stretch. If you want to increase that stretch, you can interlock the fingers. If you have an injury in your wrists, please do not do this part. If arms in front of you is too much, you can bring the arms to the side. You can even bend the elbows to work more into the upper back. And if you want to add an intention of surrender, you can do that namaste position as you come forward, a sense of letting go. So use your arms as an expression of your intention. You want to make it physically a bit more challenging, you can interlock the fingers up and down. And you can look up as you inhale to add a bit more of a lift. And on your last one, just staying at the bottom, breathing before we come to the floor for our final relaxation. This is a semi-inversion, head lower than the heart. Could be contraindicated for heart disease. Bring your hands to a chair or to a couch. And this stimulates the relaxation response. Just by putting yourself in this position, this creates what we call stidham, stability, grounding. When you're ready, sitting down, and you can use a rolled mat for this. So if you've got a yoga mat, you can use that. And in that case, you're just going to lie on it with your head at the top, and the mat will go to about the base of your rib cage. If you have a yoga bolster or a big pillow, I'm going to show this version today. You can lie on that. And if you're lying on something higher, you might want to put a pillow or some sort of prop under the buttocks just to make sure that your lower back is comfortable. Okay, so you're going to lie in whatever position, or you just be flat on the ground. You don't have any of these fancy props. If your lower back hurts, you might want to put a pillow under your legs or a bolster. So find a position that is a position where the heart is open. And I'm going to come out of this and bring you through a brief meditation on happiness. So just settle in for our last minutes together. I want you to just think about, as you lie here, what makes you authentically happy? Is it your possessions? Is it your body and its mobility, or your health of your physical body? Is it your food, your diet, your eating habits? Is it your energy levels, vitality, immunity? Is it your ability to think, problem solve, concentrate, understand, learn? Is it your practice of mindfulness, ethical behavior, virtuous actions? Is it your alignment with your life purpose, goals, vocation, heart's desire? And finally, is it your relationships with your friends, family, communities, or your own self, or perhaps something beyond that's nameless, formless, that feels like peace, joy, and love? When you're ready, just starting to increase the length of your breath. Starting to move your hands and feet. And gradually coming up to a seated position to close together. Or you can keep lying there for a few minutes if you prefer. Hands at the heart. I'm going to chant the Sanskrit mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. This means peace, in our thoughts, words, actions, body, speech, minds. May this peace protect us from negativity within ourselves, others, or our environment. Om Shanti 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 Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. May everyone everywhere be happy. Thank you.